Aries friends. Welcome to today's video. We're going to look at your October 2025, I almost said 2024 there, October 2025 forecast for Aries Sun, Moon, and Rising in Western Astrology. If you're new here, hello, my name is Sarah, and I am your spiritual BFF. We're going to look at your career, your romance, your wealth, your elder and students forecast, plus we're going to dive into your travel as well in this video. I am using Western astrology as well as intuitive insights to give you the best information and tools you can use to make the most of October 2025. So let's do this. I have the important dates on the screen now if you want to screenshot those or copy those down for later. The big news, of course, is you've got a full moon in your sign, which is going to bring in a lot of new, intense energy, and with it, emotions may run high. And we have a Libra new moon, which will also impact you, and Neptune retrogrades in Pisces as the sun enters Scorpio. So we have a lot happening this month. So let's dive into your career. As we begin the month, you're focused on giving it your all at work. You're really there and you want to make a difference. You feel like supervisors and higher ups have kind of been watching you and you want to make a really good impression. And this is great, but don't let perfectionism cause you to lose the main plot. Yes, you should do a good job, of course, but hyper focusing on small, unimportant tasks could leave you falling behind on the big, important ones. Cross off items as they are completed to ensure you don't forget or skip a step, as details are important right now. And consider what you're focusing on and if these smaller tasks are, in fact, the most beneficial use of your time. And if not, then do a course correct. It's fine. You'll have time to get back on track. Don't worry about it. But you will have to be conscious of this tendency to go off and want to make something perfect. Don't worry though, this won't be all month long. It is going to pass. But the first week or so, yeah, you're going to have a tendency to get bogged down on those small details. The last week of the month will be a very productive time though. And that's when you should really hit the important stuff that maybe you've put off, or maybe even tackle some of the stuff that's coming up that's not quite due yet once you get caught up on everything else. And as the mental fog lifts, you're feeling more confident, you're more social, you're getting along better with coworkers and supervisors, and things are flowing easier as we end the month. It's going to be kind of an up and down month, nothing really horrible at work, but you're just going to have to really pay attention and concentrate the first week. If you are looking for a job, you may receive a very solid offer to the Aries moon. This is something that will pay you what you need and also be in a related field that you're at least interested in if it's not your main field of expertise. Don't give up. Keep sending out those resumes. If you are a gig working, self-employed, or business owning Aries native, you're feeling much more creative now as past blocks are lifting, new ideas, concepts, and opportunities are flooding in. So we're seeing some hidden talents emerge that will help you grow personally and also professionally. So we're seeing that you're expanding your network and reaching more customers. After about the 28th, you should be able to negotiate better contracts and plan for more successful income. We're looking at stable income for the month of October with a little bit extra coming in probably the last week. It also looks like you're going to be perhaps collaborating or working with someone else in your field that could open up new opportunities and new doors for you, but you probably won't see that money come in until late November. But still, you want to follow up on that. Be sure this month to check your emails and definitely everything that might get lost in the junk folder or something like that, because there is something new and very, very interesting coming towards you, Aries, but it could get lost in the shuffle, so just keep an eye on that. And I would like to remind you that this is a general reading. If you would like to know more personally what you can expect for the month of October or later, then why not contact me for a personal reading? I'll put my information on the screen now. Okay, let's look at your finances. This is not a month to take big risks or commit to new types of investments. Also, I would recommend waiting on the big ticket items if you can, Aries. If you're still contemplating, maybe upgrading an appliance or perhaps even a vehicle, if you don't have to make the purchase yet, I would say wait. Things will probably go up, but you're likely to get a better overall deal next year. And we're not talking about June, we're talking about more around February or March. You're probably going to see the best prices for the year. If you can put that off, that would be a better use of your money. You'll probably have more saved as well by then. Plus, like I say, you'll get a better overall deal. And the Libra new moon may bring a possible change in finances as past investments with partners or partnerships should pay off now. So if you've done something with a partner in the past, it looks like you're finally going to see the rewards for that. Overall income is stable. There's a little bit extra, but not a lot coming in. Employed Aries may get a few hours of overtime in the month, but nothing substantial really. But also you're not losing any money either. Just be wise with your investments, and I think it's going to be a good month financially. Looking at Aries health. Around the time of the full moon, you've got a lot going on and you could get distracted and not take care of yourself properly. Schedule self-care into your routine now to avoid complications later in the month. And adapting to small but positive changes can really impact your health. This October especially. So take time for real self-care and commit to a more balanced schedule to feel your best. So that means going to sleep at an appropriate time and taking your vitamins and supplements and drinking more water. All the things you should be doing. If you're smoking or vaping, it's time to start really thinking about quitting. It's time to schedule in some exercise. Aries is in good shape overall, but we're looking at a very busy month, and the rest of this year you're going to be busy. 2026 is going to fly by. You're going to be so busy. So you want to be feeling your best so you can take advantage of all the good things that are about to happen. So let's dive into what elders can expect this month. Well, your health is improved this month as well, and you are more social. You're more likely to try new activities or go to new events and engage with people. You're going to meet new and unusual people because of this, and this is a good thing. This could dramatically expand your friend group and lead to more enjoyment for all sectors of your life. So, meeting these new people could be very good for your self-esteem. It could be very good for you financially. You could travel with this group, and you could feel more empowered just by talking to some of these different people and exchanging ideas on everything from spirituality to group sports. This is a big new chapter for Elder Aries, and we see that this group of people will bring a lot of fun and enjoyment into your life. Your personality will shine as you become more involved with these friends and this new group. So don't hesitate to get out there and do something that you normally wouldn't do, but maybe something that's been interesting you for a long time. Well, get out there and check it out. And who knows? There's a lot of possibilities for you in 2026. Enjoy yourself, Elder Aries. For students, you may receive help from siblings or a close friend this month. But even so, you should not put too much stock in this, as well-meaning intentions may still backfire. By the end of the month, it will be easier to make decisions, and inner balance will replace uncertainty. You're kind of caught right now between changing up how you're studying, changing maybe even where you're living, and there's a lot of other things going on that's really distracting you from your studies. But if you can stay focused, at least until the end of the month, you're going to see that things get a lot easier. But you just need to make sure that you don't end up behind. So keep doing what you're doing, and things will be much easier by the end of the month. So let's look at your romance and love forecast for October 2025. Single Aries are spending time with friends, and this will help you de-stress and could lead to many chance meetings. So you're likely to attract more than a few admirers while you're out having fun with your friends, Aries. And this is a good thing, but use discernment when making plans with these new people. One person in particular may be very attentive and express how much they are drawn to you and how wonderful you are. And while flattery is nice, this could lead to them becoming a bit obsessive and leave you feeling slightly uncomfortable. And later on, this could even continue to grow. So stick to your boundaries with this person. October the 12th through the 14th, though, is a great time to go out and have fun with friends, especially if you're interested in meeting new people. But all month long, it looks like it's a good month for being social for Aries. For partnered, married, and committed Aries natives, you need to be mindful of Chiron because old wounds can resurface now, and this will impact your relationship. Your relationship is actually going to take more of your time in October than you've probably given it in the last few months. Your partner is wanting to talk about the future. They're ready to make plans and they're ready to set a course. But different expectations may be highlighted now, and it's time to face any significant problems from the past. This is especially true now before you commit to any major changes. So your partner may be wanting to move to another state or maybe even another country. They may be ready for career change, or they may be expecting you to change jobs. And maybe this is something you've kind of talked about in the past, but never really made a firm plan. And they're ready now, which is admirable, but you're not quite ready. So, this discussion could trigger a coping behavior from the past that may lead to distance between you and your partner. So, be attentive and not reactive as you unpack issues from the past. Compromise is key to a successful relationship. Also, knowing yourself and when you are triggered, not lashing out at your partner, but instead talking things through. This is a very necessary conversation because your partner's wanting to plan the next year or maybe even the next 5 years. Perhaps they're wanting to have a child, or this is an issue with grandkids, or they're really wanting to make some life changes. If you're not on board with these changes, you need to let them know now, and you need to find a compromise that will work for both of you. So it's going to be emotional, but it's definitely needed. And afterwards, you both will feel much better and the relationship will be more secure and stable. Don't shy away from this. Looking at your spiritual sector, Neptune retrograde enters Pisces on the 22nd, and this is going to give you a spiritual push to release old baggage. So you may be drawn to spiritual, occult, or religious topics during this time. You may want to watch television or go to the cinema and see a movie, or just have a really deep conversation with someone about these topics. This is also a great time to get a reading, have a Reiki session, and just really get in touch with that part. Karma will also be of interest to you now as you continue to discover how past trauma has impacted you and blocked many of your opportunities. This is a deep inner awakening we see taking place with Aries, and it is easier for you now to get in touch with your higher self and your guides. It's easier for you to receive important information and learn more about yourself in general. So this is a very good thing. It could also lead you to understanding your life's purpose in a different way. It's a lot, and it's a lot of heavy energy, but it comes on the heels of this deep healing as well. So this is starting a brand new chapter for Aries where you are feeling much more empowered and more confident in your own skin. Aries is the first fire sign, and it is generally a very confident, outgoing sign. But the last 5 years have been really difficult for Aries. It's like every time you stood up and thought that you were in your power, something knocked you back down. And it's been very humbling, and it's been a struggle. It's been a real struggle. So we see that finally that is shifting, and you're starting to move forward now in a way that is more stable and that will lead you to a more prosperous stage in your life that is also full of more enjoyment. It's part of the process, and it's not easy, but you've done most of the heavy lifting already. Let's look at your travel, and then we'll call this one done. All right, the first week of the month, you are restless Aries, and you're ready for some adventure. Spending time in nature, weather permitting, of course, is a great way to use or expel this restless energy and also get some exercise. Invite friends for a camping trip, go hiking, take a road trip, just get out and do something. Go swimming, fishing, whatever it is, get out and make some memories and have some fun. Later in the month, you could possibly visit a sporting event or take in a concert. I don't think it's going to be close to home, though. I think this is going to be another trip. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Just don't go overboard partying. Overall, you're feeling good, and there is enough money now where you don't feel guilty for taking off and having an adventure. Overall, a very good time for Aries. And this is a pretty interesting reading. It's like on the surface, well, nothing is really changing. But when you start really digging, you can see that this is a month of change for Aries in the best possible ways. The spiritual awakening, the working out the future with your partner, the possibility of a new job for the job seekers. So there's a lot of positive things happening. I think that we're going to see this month fly by, Aries, and it's going to be 2026 before we know it. Carve out time, put it on your calendar, put it in your diary for the special events that you want to attend or the places you want to go, or just even self care and spending time with the special people. Or else it's probably not going to happen because you are going to be so busy. Thank you so much for joining me for this mini reading. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, let me know in the comments section below, and also let me know what you're doing in the month of October. Do you have a concert you're going to attend, or a camping event, or are you going to a retreat? What's happening? I love hearing from you so much. And if you would like to contact me, I'll put my information up here. I do have monthly specials and offer all different types of readings and, of course, healing sessions. Thank you so much, and stay tuned for the next video. Reiki blessings!